great mistakes we make in life is when we are quick to rush to judgment. Proverbs says, listen, don't make an evaluation based on just one person's side, because he said, every man seems right till another stands up to speak. What I've learned in my short life is to go a little slow, especially when it comes to evaluating people, because some people can really put on a good show. Oh my goodness, they can put on a good show. Now listen to what Paul teaches young Pastor Timothy. 1 Timothy 5, beginning with verse 24. Remember, he said, Timothy, I want you to remember this. This was something that they had talked about many times. This is something that he had taught him and they'd spend times in discussion with. Timothy, remember, the sins of some people are obvious, leading them to certain judgment. But there are others whose sins will not be revealed until later. In the same way, the good deeds of some people are obvious, and the good deeds done in secret will someday come to light. Now, when you look at that passage, Paul is teaching young Timothy, be a little slow in evaluating people, because there are some people you can look at and you know what? Their sinfulness of their life immediately are a great revelation about who they are. But he said, you know what? There are others. You don't see their sins. They've got secret lives. They're two-faced people. They're really, really good at putting on the act in front of you. They're really good at the kawawa. They're really good at the crying and the tears. They're really good at the big smile and the handshake. They've got the act down perfect. But he said, later on, you're going to find out their sins. And there are people in life, they have really fooled me. They have really, really fooled me. And I remember sitting down thinking, God, I'm supposed to be smarter than this. And I'm talking about many times in my life this has happened, not just once or twice. And I'm supposed to be smarter than that. Where's my discernment? Why can't I read these people? And then I read this passage and realize there are some people whose sins will not be revealed until later. Later, God will let this thing out. And when God lets it out, it's not you. It's not you. It's God letting it out. Just like with Jezebel in the book of Revelation. God finally just had enough. God was patient for a very long time, and finally God had enough. And then it's been spoken for 2,000 years now, what she was up to in that church. So you have to understand. There are sins of some people that are not revealed yet, and you just have to hold steady. In the same way, there are some people that do all their good deeds on Facebook. Their good deeds are obvious. But remember, Jesus never taught us that our good deeds should be boasted on to the heavens. He said, when you do something good, you do it in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. What I found in life is the people that truly do good to others, they're very quiet about it. And then one day, all of a sudden, you find out how many people that this person has helped, how many people this person has been good to. Unfortunately, sometimes it's at a funeral. Sometimes at a funeral, people sit around and start telling the stories of all the good things somebody did for them. And people sit there and realize, you know what? I really misjudged that person. So I would encourage you today, go a little slow in your evaluation of people, because some people, their sins are to the heavens, but they've just done a good job of covering them up. And there are other people that work really hard at doing all their good deeds in secret, and God will have to reveal that later. So learn to be a little slow in your evaluation of people.